A comparison between 5-phase IAZA and 5-phase radial flux PM-SM. Hello everyone, today I will be presenting a comparison between two types of 5-phase permanent magnet synchronous machines. The IAZA axial flux machine and the radial flux PM-SM. This presentation is based on the work developed by me, Rodrigo Tavares, Gabriel Castelo Branco from PROLEC, Professor Paulo Eckert from Universidade Federal do Rio Grande do Sul, and Professor Luiz Alberto Pereira from Universidade Federal do Rio Grande do Sul. Permanent magnet synchronous machines, or PM-SM, are widely used across many industrial applications. PM-SM can be classified by how the magnetic flux crosses their gap: radial flux, axial flux, transverse flux, or longitudinal flux. Radial flux PM-SM are very common because they are mechanically robust and easy to manufacture. However, axial flux PM-SM, such as the IAZA design, are recognized for being compact and capable of producing high torque density, making them very interesting for traction systems and electric vehicles. Aganlo et al. Evaluated a series of machines used for traction in electric vehicles produced between 2004 and 2017. They concluded that of the 18 electric machines considered, 16 were radial flux PM-SM and 2 were induction machines. Therefore, radial flux PM-SM are the prevalent option for the traction of electric vehicles. The main motivation behind this study is the growing demand for high-performance electric traction systems. The IAZA topology, which means yokeless and segmented armature, removes the stator yoke, reducing iron losses and mass. This work compares the performance of the IAZA machine with a more conventional radial flux PM-SM. This study is carried out using finite element analysis to measure torque density, torque ripple, and losses of both machines under similar operating conditions. Figure 1 illustrates a three-dimensional view of the IAZA machine investigated in this work. The IAZA machine has two external rotors with surface-mounted permanent magnets and an internal segmented armature. The armature is built using laminated grain-oriented steel, which is possible because the magnetic flux flows through the segments preferentially in the axial direction. 1010 steel is used for the rotor back iron. This machine has 30 slots, 32 poles, 5 phases, and 0.1875 slots per pole per phase. Figure 2 illustrates a two-dimensional view of the radial flux PM-SM investigated in this work. The radial flux PM-SM has a more traditional design. It has an external stator and an internal rotor. The rotor has 28 slots, housing 24 PMs that create 4 poles in the air gap. This machine has 40 slots, 4 poles, and 5 phases, and 2 slots per pole per phase. The magnetic cores are made of laminated grain non-oriented steel. To make the comparison fair, both machines were designed with similar dimensions and materials. They share similar outer radius, similar axial length, and similar slot fill factor. Both machines use the same grade of neodymium iron boron permanent magnets. Their back EMF waveforms include a third harmonic component, as can be seen in these figures. Figure 6a shows the back EMF of the YASA machine, and Figure 6b shows the back EMF of the radial flux PM-SM. As can be seen, the slot effect on the back EMF is more significant in the radial flux machine than in the YASA machine. In the YASA design, grain-oriented steel is used for the armature segments, while 1010 steel is used for the rotor back iron. Figure 4 shows the magnetization curves of these materials. Figure 5 illustrates the magnetic loss curves of grain-oriented steel in the preferred flux directions for 60 Hz, 100 Hz, and 106 Hz. In the radial flux PM-SM, we assume that the magnetization and magnetic loss curves of the ferromagnetic cores have characteristics identical to those in figures 4 and 5 in the preferred flux direction. Loss coefficients such as hysteresis, eddy current, and excess loss constants are taken from the core loss curves and shown in Table 1. The finite element analysis was conducted using 2 current densities, 6 and 18 ampere per square millimeter, and frequencies ranging from 60 to 240 Hz. This approach allowed us to study how both machines behave under light and heavy electrical loading, and to identify how current density and frequency affect torque and loss performance. Figure 1 on the left illustrates a result of the 3D finite element analysis performed with the YASA machine, while Figure B on the right illustrates a result of the 2D finite element analysis performed with the radial flux PM-SM. Figure 6 illustrates the torques of the YASA machine and the radial flux machine for 6 ampere per square millimeter, considering an operation with current along the quadrature axis only. The YASA machine produced a lower average torque with almost zero torque ripple. In contrast, the radial flux PM-SM showed more significant torque ripple, mainly because of slot effects in its stator and rotor. When the current density was increased from 6 to 18 ampere per square millimeter, the torque of the Yasa machine nearly tripled. However, in the radial flux PMSM, the magnetic circuit became saturated, so the torque increase was smaller. To obtain the torque density of each machine, the average torques were divided by the masses of each material and the total volume, resulting in the torque densities summarized in Table 3. At a current density of 6 ampere per square millimeter, the Yasa design provided 60% more torque per total mass than the radial flux PMSM. When operating at the higher current density of 18 ampere per square millimeter, the Yasa machine outperformed the radial flux PMSM even more clearly. Further, at a current density of 18 ampere per square millimeter, the Yasa design provided 8% more torque per total volume than the radial flux PMSM. These results indicate that the Yasa machine with high current density achieves better torque densities than the radial flux PMSM. Now let's talk about specific losses. Both magnetic and copper losses were taken into account in the simulations. From the results shown in Figure A, which were obtained for 6 ampere per square millimeter, and Figure B, obtained for 18 ampere per square millimeter, we conclude that the Yasa machine had specific magnetic losses 40% of those of the radial flux PMSM. Similarly, from the results shown in Figure C, obtained for 6 ampere per square millimeter, and Figure D, obtained for 18 amperes per square millimeter, the Yasa machine had specific total losses around 60% of those of the radial flux machine. So, even when the frequency increased, the total specific losses in the Yasa machine remained lower. This means that the Yasa operates more efficiently than the radial flux PMSM. In conclusion, both machines were designed with similar parameters to ensure a fair comparison. Summarizing the results, the Yasa machine shows clear advantages. It delivers higher specific torque, lower specific losses, and very low torque ripple. For applications that require lightweight, compact volume, and high efficiency, the Yasa design with a high electrical loading is the more appropriate choice. The radial flux PMSM suffers from magnetic saturation, particularly at high current densities and higher specific losses. Future works intend to explore the effect of back EMF, harmonics, and winding arrangement on torque and current. Below I show two pictures of the prototypes we have in our labs for experiments. On the left side a 5-phase Yasa prototype and on the right side a 5-phase radial flux PMSM. Here are our emails for contact. Thank you very much for your attention.